Hello everyone, and welcome back for another Sabbath School Nugget. It's Tuesday's lesson, and today we're going to be talking about unexpected detours. You know, like the valley of the shadow of death. I think that's something we can all agree on, is that it's easy to believe that God is leading us when the path leads us to banquet tables and green pastures and still waters, or even the house of God itself. But what about the path that ends up in the deep darkness of the valley of the shadow of death? A place known for a darkness that is so deep that it leaves you straining to see God, if you can see Him at all. A place that as soon as you enter it, has this feeling of death about it, or it might see you knocking on death's door itself. This is a place more than any other that can cause you to question your relationship with God, or even if you're on the right path. This is a place where your prayers seem to go no further than the ceiling. You study your Bible, and it doesn't seem to speak to you. And when you pray, you can't seem to hear the voice of God. You worship, but you're just not feeling it. You reach for God, and you wonder if He's even there. I think that at some point, we've all been there. So I have to ask, why would God lead you to such a place? Seriously, how in the world could the God who is life and light Himself, in whom there is no shadow of darkness, lead you to a place that is nothing like God Himself? You have to ask, if it's a dark place, is God even in there? Understand, God's not in the darkness. He doesn't dwell there, live there, or even operate from there. This is not a place of God's design or making. Notice, this is not a place you stop. It's a place you pass through. But as you pass through it, understand, this is a place God leads us, so that God has us all to Himself. A place where we become completely dependent on God and God alone to lead us. This is the place we pass through with no other guide but God Himself. At the end of this path, we discover that God's goodness brought us through. And that was our study for today. Again, please leave a comment or question in the comment section below, and I'll see you tomorrow.